But I've said we're playing The Sims 4. That TikTok might hate me for that, but I'm just saying what that does.
Why? What?
Like you know when you can change the category. Usually it's on like entertainment or something. I've put it on gaming and I've tagged The Sims 4, and I don't know if that's gonna hate me for that.
Let me see if I can actually get onto this flinging thing. There we go.
Actually, let me. Why am I not on the Wi-Fi?
It is cold in this room.
Okay.
Mine kind of looks like it's actually glowing because it's behind, because this thing's behind it.
Yeah. Hi guys.
Hello. I have my phone here, so if I'm not looking directly at the camera, I'm looking at you guys' things.
Hello. So, as you can tell, these costumes are a bit... well, actually, these are incredible. This, I'm currently dressed as our Sim. Which only makes sense to Liz and I, but...
I just decided to just the way I am. But like, this is my lazy girl Halloween costume.
Our amazing colleague and friend Deanna made these plum bobs.
Thank you, Deanna. Don't say the word.
Well, yeah, because that's a question.
Do you want to like set it up on the TV so we can read the... do we not want it?
It keeps going off.
You've got good news and bad news. What's up, Fives? Yeah, me too. H-O-T-T.
Oh, I just had the Sims song stuck in my head.
Oh, da-da-da. It's... The Hot To Go dance probably goes perfectly to...
Spider-Man 2099. Nice.
Nice.
That's very exciting. This is going to be a quiz on The Sims. We do a cosplay quiz every single Sunday. Might be a bit of a strange one today.
We'll probably get trolled less because the costumes are weirdly subtler.
Yeah. But yeah, this is quiz number 93. I can't try on. You broke. Oh my god! I'm sorry to hear that you've broken your leg. That's awful.
I'm sorry, dude.
I hope you get well soon. Hold your horses. We've not started yet. Sorry. We'll get started with the quiz in a few. We just want to.
We're just giving people time to filter in,
yeah.
Rowan.
So the way the quiz works, if you haven't joined us before, is we've prepared questions. The way the rounds are going to work tonight is we've got a general round. We're going to cover Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, Sims 4, and a silly round, some of which only Liz will be able to answer.
You know nothing about The Sims. That's okay.
That's fine. This one's going to be more vibes.
It's a party with... When I choose the thing... When I choose the topic, it's a party.
Yeah.
It's not like...
Yeah.
Hardcore
trivia.
Your dad invented The Sims.
You're just fucking being an arsehole. That's like saying your dad works at Nintendo. Did you ever have that?
No. But I'm assuming that's one of the Matt Rose has 2 videos that are like that kid at school who lied all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, he had first edition Pokemon cards, but they were so rare that he couldn't show you or else he'd get arrested.
Yeah.
It is a bit weird. Oh well.
So yeah, the way the quiz works is answer in the chat. Don't Google, don't spam, don't be a dick.
Should I mute the bit weird guy? Or is it not worth it?
Thin ice, but Jolly Tavern outfit goes hard. What's the Jolly Tavern? Did you ever trap a Sim in a room and make them paint forever? No.
I have trapped Sims in rooms.
Yes, I've done that
before, just to like see how long they could take it.
I made 7 Sims, named them after the 7 deadly sins, then killed them in appropriate ways, like Kevin fucking Spacey from 7.
My little goblin turned out millions. Oh, you did the pink goblin! There was almost a question about the pink goblin.
Oh my god. So yeah, basically, keep track of your own points.
They are cumulative, not competitive.
Yeah, so what we mean by that is if 2 people put in the correct answer in the chat, it doesn't matter who's first, you both get the point. We play on an honor system. Keep track of your own points. We're too lazy to do so.
Can you even see my plumb bob?
It kind of, but it is kind of disguised by the Peter Pan costume behind you.
Should I take the Peter Pan costume down?
Or you could sit a little bit closer to the Woody costume.
Oh, the Woody. But do you want to like whoop? There we go.
Right. Okay.
Let me get my soda.
Yeah. So
for the purposes of the algorithm, that's a soda.
But yeah, so we will start in just a second with a general round, and then we'll move into the individual games. So this might be a short one. We might wrap through relatively quickly. Hi guys, my wife. Awesome. I'm looking forward to. Alright, Chris's wife. Come on.
Alright, come on, Mrs. Chris.
Liz wrote most of the questions for this.
Did you guys know that the Sims lore is expansive and terrifying?
Yeah, I did not know these. Actually, do you want to take the Peter Pan costume? You can barely see my plum bob now.
Yeah.
Like, just for full effect. Green costume behind us was a smart idea. Do we need a wife for this? A wife comes in handy. They do come in handy.
Useful but not necessary.
Yeah.
Kind of like spouses in general.
Yeah, like my partner wrote these questions, so yeah, they come in handy sometimes. That's what they're for.
Glad to be of service. Yeah, wee shite.
Okay, so question 1: what is the diamond on top of a Sim's head called?
We just told y'all.
I'll go find a wife. 2 seconds. Good luck with that. Check Tinder.
Don't check Tinder. It's a hellscape.
It is a plumb bob, correct.
Yay!
Well done.
Mine's freezing, but it's fine.
Well done. I assume Mrs. Chris. You're getting called Mrs. Chris for the thing. Congratulations. Okay, question 2. The series as a whole has a running gag / infatuation on what animal? So the series as a whole has a running gag / fixation on what animal?
It's one of those things where you don't necessarily... Me and my friend noticed it because we were obsessed with this animal anyway.
It is llama, correct.
Llama!
Well done, Mrs. Chris.
He's supposed to be dead!
Question 3.
Lobster. Good guess.
What happens when you delete the pool ladder when a sim is swimming? I don't know if TikTok's gonna like this answer. They drown. Yes, they unalive. They drown is correct. Question 4. What was the game originally going to be called?
Swim forever, if only.
They grow gills.
They become mermaids.
Honestly, nothing would shock me in that fucking world anymore.
There was a game called Zoo Tycoon, and there was if you got the aquarium expansion pack, the doll's house.
Oh my god, well done.
If you got the expansion pack, the aquarium one, you could also do mermaid statues for like decor, but if you put the mermaid statue in the tank, it became a real mermaid.
That's so cool. Mm-hmm. All these are coming from Mrs. H. Thanks, Mrs. Chris. I know your last name, it's just more fun to call you Mrs. Chris. Question 5. What is the currency in the game?
This is an easy-ish one.
What is the currency in the game?
It's actually a generic, synonym for money.
Yeah. Simoleons is correct. Question 6. A sim hour is equal to how long in real life? So an hour for a sim is equal to how long in real life?
By the way, the portrait for this should be the winner with us as a sim household family.
Oh, that'd be cute. 1 minute is correct. Hi, Declan.
Hi, Declan.
That's not Mama Julia. That's a different Karen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hi, Karen.
Let me. There's another Karen.
Apparently. Hi, Declan. We just started, so you're somewhat on time by your own standards. Am I H from Steps? I wish I was H from Steps. Question 7. Which installment introduced aging into the series? So which installment introduced aging into the series?
The one before it had a little bit of aging, but it was just like baby to child.
It is Sims 2, Declan and
Felix.
Mrs. Chris. Oh, did Felix get it as well?
Felix is our sunshine, yes.
Yay, well done. Sims 2 is correct, well done. Question 8. Starting in Sims 2, what can happen if male Sims are abducted by aliens?
I love the energy, Declan. I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm reading your answers on my own phone.
They can indeed get pregnant.
That happened to our sim.
Yeah, that happened to our sim called Duck Francis, who
we fought for that, baby.
who I'm currently dressed as, yeah.
Goose Francis is a miracle child.
She really is. Even if she keeps getting arrested.
I would tell you why she keeps getting arrested.
But that's an answer.
It's an answer later.
Question 9. What company created The Sims and what company acquired them in 1997?
Father, I am a horse girl, father. I'm the only American here.
EA Sport. It's in the game. Maxis EA Games. Yes, correct. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 1 point for EA, and I'll give you 1 point for Maxis. So, Mrs. Chris gets 2 points.
Also, I am going to draw the banhammer, but if they're just doing something like the guy was like, lol Americans, that's not even worth it.
Yeah. Electronic Arts. Correct! You get 1 point for, so EA Games acquired Maxis Games. So,
Hi, Protector!
Hello! Welcome to our Sims quiz. Question, definitely need to take photos of these, show to Diana.
Oh, absolutely.
Question 10. Name the first sim created by Dan and Phil on Dan and Phil Games. Let's see if there's any fannies.
Of course, Deanna's gonna be what, like, didn't I make it taller than him?
Yeah, I know. But I did say I was gonna probably have to glue them on, too. It is not Albert Einstein.
I remember my first ever sim.
It is Dill. I'll give you another point if you can tell me Dill's second name. Hello, Ava.
Hey, Ava.
No, Dill is absolutely correct. And their second name is a combination of Dan and Phil's second names. So... Daniel Howell and Phil Lester are their names, so if you combine their last names, you might get it.
I just remembered I have mashed potatoes in my purse. I just remembered I have mashed potatoes in my
You
purse.
should probably do something with this.
Howler?
Helter! Yes, Dill Helter is absolutely correct. So 2 points there for Dill and Helter. 1 point if you said Dill. Fantastic. I was curious if people were going to get that. Okay, question. So we're going to move on to Sims 1. So this is the first in the series. So Sims 1.
Should I take the questions, or are you going to read all the questions?
No, you... Oh...
You can read all of them.
Oh shit, sorry. I did it wrong. I forgot I was yellow.
You can read all of the questions.
No, it's fine. You do... No, you do it.
Oh, okay. Then you are...
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I fucked up.
I'm so happy I beat you in Scooby-Doo quiz. Me too.
I'm not.
She looks exactly like someone who would have mashed potato in her purse. Why is the mash in your purse? Because I was gonna eat it for dinner. It's still in the, packaging.
It's emergency potatoes.
It's emergency potatoes. It just hasn't migrated to the fridge yet. Also, I do not owe any of you an explanation.
I'm in my Moulin Rouge phase. Nice. Were you?
Nice.
Please tell me you were there on the Moulin Rouge quiz.
I think she was.
Yes. Why don't we all have mash in our purses?
Thank you, Chris. All right.
Sorry, I fucked up and read the wrong questions. Hi, baller. So Liz is gonna do the questions. She was. So you're gonna do Sims 1 now.
All right. So Sims 1. Question 1. When did the first Sims game come out?
So date, day, month, year. 3 points.
I'm counting on you to read this one, babe.
1994. 2000.
Well, 2000 is right.
Okay, so you got the year 2000. June 1st?
No, earlier than that.
4th of February.
Yes.
Oh my god.
4th of February 2000.
Okay, 3 points for Felix. Absolutely crushing it.
Alright, number 2. How many expansion packs does the Sims have? You do not need to list all of them.
So this is Sims 1 specifically?
This is Sims 1, yeah. You don't need to list all of them, but I would like a number. 6. Too many, correct. 6. Higher. Very close, but higher.
7 is
7!
correct. Felix gets it.
Let's see. They're living large, in no particular order. Living large, unleashed, superstar, making magic, nightlife.
I thought I was the nerd. Usually I'm the nerd.
Why would you think you were the Number 3. Name the original 3 members of the Goth family. The iconic Goth family. I'm going to be one of them for Halloween.
Who will sing Last Friday Night by Katy Perry? We do have a question about that. Billy, Bob, and Frank. Mortimer, Bella, and Cassandra.
Yes! Who was that?
Hey!
Who was that?
Sorry, that was Mrs. Chris.
Yeah. Alright. What are the names of the newbie couple? The other guys.
If anyone's just joined, the reason I'm saying Mrs. Chris is because Mrs. Chris is helping Chris. Thanks, Chris, for moderating. Bob and Betty.
Bob and Betty, that's right.
Yay.
Fun fact, my person...
Well, I'll give you 1 point. So 1 point for all, each goth, and 1 point for each...
Newbie.
Yeah, newbie. So
Fun fact,
5 points there.
My first ever sim accidentally fell in love with Bob Newbie, but polyamory was... polyamory and polygamy were perfectly okay in the first Sims game.
Oh, yeah.
So Betty did not resent her. It was great. And number 5, true or false, children can die in Sims 1.
R.I.P. Ted. I was Ted last week. We change the theme every week.
There are still people thirsting for Connor Rick.
Yeah, that's true. False.
False. Bonus point if you can tell me what happens to them. It's different than the other games.
I can't help but listen to El Tango de Roxanne. Nice.
Nice. Ava, I don't know if I told you this story. We were watching the movies to get this one caught up.
Yeah.
And we got to the Like a Virgin segment. And he said something to the effect of, I think I just married Jim Broadbent.
Yeah, I would. He's already got the white cloth over his head. Social worker arrives.
Social worker is in later games. I'll just give all the answers now. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so when did Sims 1 come out? The 4th of February, 2000. How many expansion packs does The Sims 1 have? Not including random, just like, here's some stuff expansion packs, there are 7. Name the original 3 members of the Goth family. That is Mortimer, Bella, and Cassandra. What are the names of the newbie couple? Bob Newbie and Betty Newbie. True or false, children can die in The Sims 1. False, they actually get sent to military school.
Felix says, I think you can drown them.
You probably can. You can probably drown everybody.
Have a point.
Yeah, have a point.
Because we're too lazy to fact check. Okay. Shall we do Sims 2?
Yes. Alright, question 1. What are the names of the 3 default towns in The Sims 2?
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. Not including, like, campus towns.
2 is my first Sims. I'm in the same boat.
2 is not... I have played all but the 4th one.
The 4th one's terrible. Pleasant View.
Pleasant View is one of them.
Strange Town.
Strange Town.
Veronaville.
Veronaville!
3 points.
Yee! Question 2. Which 3 Shakespeare plays are referenced in the plotline family thing going on in Veronaville? One of them is very, very obvious. And it's not 2 gents. Although 2 gents would have been hilarious.
Bob Newby is in the wrong quiz. Romeo and Juliet, Midsummer Night's Dream, 2 points. What's the third one? Romeo and Juliet, 1 point there, Ava. Got what? Not Macbeth.
That would be badass.
That would be cool. Not Taming the Shrew, good guesses. Taming of the Sim.
Do you want a hint?
Much Ado About Nothing. Again, that would be a banger one.
There might be ones that I missed. These are the 3 that I remember very, very keenly.
Ava is asking for a clue.
It is a family with 3 sisters and I believe an elderly father as well.
Ah. That's a good clue.
Thank you.
Not Hamlet.
Not Hamlet. Can you imagine?
Yes. Just a Sim lamenting their existence. Not Othello.
Not Othello. Yikes. I love Othello, but like...
Not the Tempest would be banging.
Tempest would be banging.
King Lear!
King Lear!
Hey, we got it. That was just a test of how many Shakespeare plays can you name.
We were about to get into, like, 2 noble kinsmen, the Henrys.
Yeah.
Who is Cassandra Goth's fiance, now that she's all grown up? And what will happen if the player does not intervene? Don Lothario, that's correct.
Ooh.
He is everyone's boyfriend.
He will leave her at the altar.
He will leave her at the altar, exactly. Cassandra deserves better.
Wow.
Cassandra is a queen and she deserves better.
Mrs. Chris is cleaning up today.
Question 4.
Yep.
What happened to Bella Goth and where is she now?
I'm trying so hard to cut down a joke.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm trying so hard.
I know you are. I'm just busting your balls. Your chops. Your chops, algorithm.
Mrs. H is loving this. I'm glad.
Yay.
So what was the question?
What happened to Bella Goth that got her out of the picture in Pleasant View? And where is she now?
I was like, is this just one where we're going to entertain ourselves? But no, there's good engagement tonight. We really appreciate it, guys. You said that 3 years ago, but you shouldn't. I know, I did say it 3 years ago as well.
I wasn't here 3 years ago.
That's true.
I wasn't here to nag him into health.
That's true. I shit though. It's gonna kill. It's gonna be the thing that kills me.
Yeah, they basically said, listen, you don't have diabetes yet, but that's an emphasis on the yet.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and move to the next question. If that is all the same to y'all.
Yep.
Number 5. Who does nervous subject live with? And who are his probable, basically confirmed biological parents? These ones are kind of hard. I went a little deep. That is what she said. Both of those things are what she said. Which reminds me, we need to start Belinda Blank Season 2.
Do we, though?
Don't we, though?
I suppose.
You liked it.
Chat's gone very dead. To be fair, Liz wrote most of the questions for this one because I didn't know much either.
Then just guess something silly. We like silly bullshit. It helps the algorithm and it makes us laugh.
Everybody likes kung fu fighting. Ha!
This is the kind of random that I am here for. Alright, shall I give up the answers?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, question number 1. What are the 3 default
Might
notes?
have unallowed words in it. Uh-oh.
Oh. That's not... You're not wrong. Squidward tentacles and sandy cheeks. Indeed. Why does my heart...
You might have to emojify.
Emoji it up. Emoji it up.
Where you can.
I'll give you guys about 30 more seconds because to do some emoji stuff.
Yeah, tickles
and then
the
I'm
topples.
gonna move.
This is me right now. I don't know anything about Sims. That's fine. Strange Town. Oh, abducted by aliens to Strange Town.
Yes, that is
Yay.
where Malagoth is. That's okay, Ava. You can still beat him just like the Scooby-Doo quiz. Yes, she was picked up by some extraterrestrials and went to Strange Town. Alright. So question number 1. What are the 3 default towns in The Sims 2? They are Pleasant View, Strange Town, and Veronaville.
Bye, Declan. Thank you for joining.
Bye, Declan. We love you.
Love you.
Number 2. Which 3 Shakespeare plays are referenced in the plot lines of Veronaville? That is Romeo and Juliet, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and King Lear. Number 3. Who is Cassandra Goth's fiancé, and what will happen if the player does not intervene? She is engaged to Don Lothario, but everyone's engaged to Don Lothario, and if you don't intervene, she will be left at the altar. Number 4. What happened to Bella Goth, and where is she now? She got picked up by some aliens and dropped in Strange Town with no memory.
It is a Sims quiz. Well done.
Yee! And question number 5. Who does nervous subject live with, and who are his probable, basically canon biological
Cersei
parents?
and Loki.
Cersei and Loki, that's right.
2 points.
And then who are his biological parents?
Well done, Abigail.
I'll give you a few more seconds for the biological parents, and then I will just give you guys the answer, and then we will move on to number 3.
Oh, Abigail's Mrs. Chris. Ah, nice.
Oh, hey, this is Chris.
Hi. Yay. That means you can compete against Mr. Chris. He lost connection. No worries. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. Chris has been on since quiz number 7 or something wild like that. Chris has been with us for a long time.
Alright, Mrs. Abigail, do you know who nervous subject's parents are?
Grim Reaper.
That is one of them. And who is his mother?
The Sims has lore. I asked the exact same thing.
There's so much lore, dude.
I asked the exact same thing. I look like the guy from The Killers, Mr. Brightside. Coming out of my cage and I'll be doing just fine. Gotta cut it down because I want it all.
I love that tweet that's like, okay, the first verse is gonna be about a guy who's pretty sure his girlfriend is cheating on him. Okay, cool. And the second verse is going to be the exact same words and everything as the first verse. That sounds terrible. It's going to be the greatest song ever written.
Does anyone actually remember learning the lyrics to that, or is it just something we're born with?
I mean, I wasn't born with it because it came out while I was in high school. Olive Spectre, that's right. So we will move on. Nervous subject lives with Cersei and Loki Beaker. His biological parents are Olive Spectre and the Grim Reaper.
Nice.
Here you go.
Okay.
And there's the lore is because she lives in a graveyard. The lore is that she keeps deleting her husbands so that she can meet the Grim Reaper.
Ah, that makes sense.
It's a whole thing.
Sims 3, true or false? The Sims 3 is a direct sequel to Sims 2. And by sequel, I mean in the canon.
Frankie says true. Mrs. H uses the sim to escape from my dad jokes.
It is false. It is technically a prequel. Much like how Temple of Doom is a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It's also a prequel to, Sims 1. Sims 3 is not, Temple of Doom. Although, can you imagine?
Yes. Question... Yes, false. Anyone who put false is correct. Question 2. What year did The Sims 3 come out? Actually, tell you what. I'll give you day, month, and year for 3 points. I'll just make me and my mates in it. Yeah, I think that's what most people do with Sims. We made a character called Duck Francis, and you're about to hear a little bit about
their lives.
Their lives at the end of this quiz. But
canonically, their pets can talk.
Only in our little heads.
Only in our heads. They can talk to each other.
2009 is correct. So that's the year. 2009 is the year. What is the day and the month?
February 14th, 2000. No, that's actually closer to the day Sims 1 was created.
Yeah. Not October. Earlier than October.
Da, 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 da. We just realized that the Sims theme and Hot to Go have the same measures and beat, and we did that by simultaneously headbanging to both of them separately.
You are closest with July, a little bit earlier.
Ba-da-da.
June 2nd!
Woo!
So, well done. So, 2nd is 1 point, June is 1 point, and 2009 is 1 point. So,
Frankie, are you American? Because that's how I write dates, too.
Yeah. Which is the wrong way. But
hush.
Question 3. Which pop star famously had a Sims expansion pack and recorded her songs in Simlish?
British. No worries, Frankie. Most of the people I meet are from the UK.
Katy Perry is correct. In terms of gameplay, what makes Sims 3 stand out from the others? There might actually be a... Hey, Chris is happy because he knew that one.
Yay!
There's actually a fair whack of things that make Sims 3 stand out. Open world is what I was looking for.
Yeah, that's the big one.
I would have also accepted the fact that you can customize the clothes.
I would have accepted you can collect things.
Huh? Question 5. What is the name of the crime family that parodies The Sopranos?
And yes, they have lore too. This game has so much fucking lore. I'm gonna make you watch Sims lore videos, because you make me watch Lord of the Rings ones.
I do. Bagley? It's not.
Not quite. I think there is a Bagley family, though.
Shallow?
Mm-mm.
It is wordplay on The Sopranos. So if you're singing and you're not a soprano, you're along the right lines with the tenor. Alto is correct. The altos. You were so close, Chris, with that one. Okay, we got all of that, so we're going to move on to Sims 4. True or false? You can still drown your sim by deleting the ladder in Sims 4. Who's saying to be quiet to Mrs. Chris? Can we mute them?
I am doing my best.
It is false. You have to build the wall now.
Which, that part is almost as like, that part's almost as iconic as the plumb bob, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I know, right?
there are two. I was telling my coworkers today there are two kinds of sim players. The ones who made their sims go for a swim and then deleted the pool ladder, and liars, because everyone did that.
Yeah. Is it Mr. Chris in another name? It might be. You have words with him. He might be telling you to be quiet, but he also came to your rescue.
I muted him.
Question 2. What is the Santa Claus equivalent in Sims 4? What is the name of the Santa Claus? Hi, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
The Santa Claus equivalent in Sims 4. Welcome to our Sims quiz.
Do you like her cosplays?
Possibly one of the lazier ones. Father Winter is correct.
I like the fact that it's lazier.
Yeah. Question 3.
Kansas Sloss. I love that.
What date did Sims 4 release?
There was an amazing list of patch updates for The Sims. I'll send it to you. Thank you, Chris.
Ooh. It's pretty cool. I only just started playing again. Yeah, we started playing again. We made a character called Doc Francis, who I'm currently wearing an outfit homage to.
I would have been his daughter Goose, but we don't have green paint.
We do have green paint. That's a filthy lie. We have loads of green paint.
Oh. I was gonna be his daughter, but I didn't feel like it.
Don't you use the excuse we don't have green paint in this household. In this household of all households.
Is it 2014?
It is 2014. Can you give me the exact... like schools couldn't evacuate if there was a meteor incoming. Jesus.
That's not good.
Yeah, looking for date and month.
Are you sure that's not one of those mods?
Jesus.
The only thing more horrifying than Sims lore is Sims mods.
Yeah.
There's one where you can... No, we'll talk about it later. 11th of December?
Nope. Somewhere in between December and May. Or May and December. In fact, it might help to tell you that The Sims 4 recently turned 10 years old. And I mean very recently.
Makes me cough up hairballs to know that I am old.
2nd of September is correct. So 1 point for 2nd, 1 point for September, and 1 point for 2014.
And there has not been a Sims 5.
Yep. Honestly, it peaked with Sims 3. Question 4. In 2022, what did EA announce about Sims 4? So in 2022, what did EA announce about Sims 4?
Are you having fun, babe?
I am having fun.
Me too.
I always enjoy doing this. It is free to play, correct.
My love, no, you. My brother in Christ, no, you do not.
Okay, I have fun most of the time. No, I believe they are working on Sims 5. But they've been saying that for a long time. Question 5. On top of needs, what new feature gets added? And this is in relation to how Sims express themselves, I guess. So on top of needs, what new feature gets added? Traits? Traits, I believe, was in Sims 3.
Sort of. I think there was, like, very primitive version of traits in Sims 2.
Yeah, there definitely was a bit of that in Sims 2 and 3. Personality, again, kind of introduced, again, possibly likes and dislikes, fears. I think that all got in Sims 3.
Hey, Euro Finley.
Hello. That one's kind of a vague question, so I'll go through the answers. Question 1, true or false? You can still drown your sim. That is false. In Sims 4, you have to build the wall. Question 2, what is the Santa Claus equivalent in Sims 4? Father Winter. Question 3, what year did Sims 4 release? To 2nd of September 2014, having just turned 10 years old. Question 4, in 2022, what did EA announce about Sims 4 that is free to play? And
Aspirations are from from Sims 2. I too am a fan of The Sims, Finley. I'm sorry, go on.
No, sorry. Most of the Sims free play or Sims Mobile. Nice. We've got one more round after this, which, in fairness, most of it's written for one person, and that's the person in this room. Question 5, on top of needs, what new feature gets added? And that is emotions. So that's how they express themselves.
Speaking of emotions,
What?
why isn't one of the new emotions in Inside Out 2 confusion?
That's a fair point.
That's when she hits high school, like college.
Yeah.
I want her to get confusion, nostalgia. What's another one? Bitterness.
Yeah. I was going to say anxiety, but no, she gets that. That's one of them.
Pride.
Mostly play. Maybe confusion comes along later in life. True.
Maybe in college.
Maybe in Inside Out 87. Okay. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, let's do the silly round. So, there are how many ways to kill a sim?
Something like 20.
Okay, can you name 3?
The weirder the better.
So name 3 ways a sim can perish in any of the series.
Dumb
Ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die.
Drown, fire, cow plants. I'll take it. Starvation, drowning, and Reaper. The Reaper is all of them, but close enough. Death by flies, true. Get death by Murphy bed, true. Death by elevator. I'm gonna take your word for it. I think those are Sims 4. I haven't seen it, but I have seen.
I did say the entire series.
Yes, I did say, and also Death by Flies I have seen. It's horrifying.
Hit by a satellite.
Hit by satellite, that's true. That actually happens in the plot line of one of those Sims story, spin-off games.
Jesus Christ.
You can also spontaneously combust.
Wow.
And none of you mentioned, one of the most obvious ones. Not drowning. Old age.
Oh, yeah. Death by elevator came in the shot. Okay, well done. Question 2.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Abigail. Sorry, I didn't remember that.
What 2 cheat codes get you money? What 2 cheat codes get you money?
If you did not spam this in game... If you're going to tell me you didn't spam this in game 1, you're a filthy liar.
Yeah. Sims COVID.
Everyone's... Sims COVID.
Ka-ching? Is Ka-ching one?
I think Ka-ching is one of them. But there are 2 that give you, hundreds of thousands.
No, I'll accept Ka-ching, because...
Motherload is one of them.
Motherload is one of them. There's another one. Think Citizen Kane.
Yeah, I don't know if the second one made it to... No, I think it did make it to the other games. Ka-ching is right, though. Thank you for bringing that back to my brain.
Thank you for sharing the live, guys. Very much appreciated. Question 3. True or false, in Sims 1, you can get a baby just by making out. It is true.
That's how I got all of my Sims babies, because I was, like, 8 and scared of sex. Fictional or otherwise.
So, for this next question, this is a Duck Francis question. But I feel like Duck Francis needs to be explained. So, if you've been on this account for a while, you might have seen a couple of videos where I've spoken about Duck Francis as one of my role-playing characters in my Delta Green games. But after that game came to an end, I wanted to give Duck Francis new life.
That is correct, Abigail. You had to agree to the pop-up question.
I wanted to... Oh, yeah, that's true. But I wanted to give Duck Francis new life, so when Liz and I started playing Sims, we created Duck Francis. Now, notable things about Duck Francis. He thinks of himself as like a Han Solo swashbuckling type. What he really is a coward and a gerontophile. So he has a thing for older ladies.
Consent is mandatory. I'm very grateful to The Sims that, all woohoo. That should have been a question.
That means you can't get accidental babies. All babies are wanted.
No, you can get accidental babies, but you get,
making it.
You have to woohoo. That should have been one of our questions, is what do they call sex?
Oh, yeah.
It's called woohoo. And...
Sounds a bit like Guybrush Threepwood. I don't know who that is. But yeah, so Duck Francis. So basically, this next one, can you name... This one's for Liz. Can you name 2 of Duck's love interests?
I can, because I helped you write this question.
But also, can you explain them?
Okay, so... first there was Rosemary Renault, who was the old lady who was a petty thief, trying to work her way up.
Now here's the thing, Duck Francis was a police officer.
Trying to work her way up, but also trying to get out of the game. They lived together for a while, and feelings developed, and towards the end of her life, they even adopted a dog. And Rosemary babysat Duck's daughter that he got pregnant with by an alien.
Yeah. Her name is Goose.
Her name is Goose Francis.
We worked very hard to get Goose Francis.
We really did, oh my god.
She's a teenager now. They grow up so fast.
They do. I promised myself I wasn't going to cry. But anyway, Rosemary died twice because the dog saved her.
Oh, yeah. So that was... Yeah. The Grim Reaper came for Rosemary, and the dog just went, nah, fuck off, mate.
And then when she came up back, she and Duck were no longer an item, presumably because she was mad that he was fainted on the floor while the dog saved her life.
Yeah. The dog had to save her from the Grim Reaper because Duck fainted.
Anyway, the second time she died, and there was nothing doing about it, so he rebounded and had a lovely marriage with Goose's mother, a Martian named Eni Jish Francis Nie Eni Jish Iwi Bip. Whose favorite thing to do after intimacy was to strut around in her PJs and play video games.
At what time? Because typically she's bald, but after intimacy she grows hair and struts around in her onesie.
And then plays video games.
Yeah. So there's...
Honestly, icon. Sorry, I feel like we're boring the hell out of them.
That's fine. So that's our Sims adventures. We've also discovered that what happens... This is one for you guys as well, but it's one that we learned the hard way multiple times. What happens if a teenager rides a horse after dark?
Here's a hint. It's the same thing that happens to any teenager doing anything after dark.
Teenagers scare the living shit out of me.
Needs to be bottled and sold.
Not dies. I'll be devastated if Goose dies.
Oh, that'll suck.
They get arrested is correct.
They do. Anything they do after curfew, they get arrested. But Goose Francis is a free spirit and also an alien, so she doesn't need to sleep. So she just rides her horse all the time. That would have been a question. Do aliens need to sleep?
Do aliens dream of electric sheep?
Arrested for being out past curfew. That's correct.
Correct. Well done. Okay, this is one for you, Liz. I'm actually going to change the question slightly. Please name both dogs from the Francis family and demonstrate one of their faces.
Okay, Cinnamon, and the other one is I've lost.
Spot.
Yeah, they're animal people, and Cinnamon's default face when she's happy is ooh, because she's noisy.
There's and then
there's a reason we're boring you with all of this this inside joke lore, because the last question
is
a free for all.
Please name the cat and demonstrate him.
His name is Ferdinand Francis, and he goes and it sounds like this.
What's the name of the horse?
Cashew.
What does he sound like?
A Peaky Blinder.
He does. What's the name of the parrot?
Bubblegum Larry.
Correct. What was the name of the chipmunk?
Alvin? So it was Theodore.
Theodore, correct. What is the name of both the turtles we've had?
Raphael and Michelangelo.
Correct.
Can we get back to the questions where people
No.
are actually involved?
No, I just wanted to test you. You're lucky I didn't quiz you on...
Hey, Hybrid!
You're lucky I didn't quiz you on the gnomes. Hi, Hybrid.
And one of them's Donnie.
Yeah. One of them's named after your father.
One of them's Donnie, one of them's Frank, one of them's Aubrey. I think they're all Donnie Darko characters.
I think one of them... What's the fourth one's name?
Lenny or something?
Can't remember. Anyway.
What number quiz is this, by the way?
This is number 93. Quiz 93. I'm playing Sims now. Nice.
Nice.
Sorry, we just went on a massive tangent about our Sims game. So this is one for the chat again, sorry. Question 8. What is the imaginary friend that can only be seen by extremely lonely Sims?
This is in Sims 2 specifically. Listen, Hybrid... Okay, you know how we say don't Google?
Yeah.
If Hybrid wants to, try things out in their game, we will take that. That's fine.
God, the Grim Reaper, it is not them. So what is the imaginary friend that can only be seen by extremely lonely Sims? Oh my god, Batman joined.
Hey, Batman. Although you can make moves on the Grim... You can...
My ghost.
You can bazoink the Grim Reaper in this game.
I only played Sims 3 and 4. I barely remember 3.
You can try things. Okay, so Hybrid. Our rule is that you can't Google. But if you have the game open and you're like, well, let me figure that out by answer out by experience.
That would take far
fine.
too long. Think how long it took to get Goose.
Oh Lord.
Psychiatrist.
That is actually true. One of them is a psychiatrist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a point there.
Yeah, you get an extra point for that, but we're looking for the other one.
Question 9. How do you know what signal is given when there's a robber? How does one know when a robber is in their house? Is one a ghost or a therapist?
One is a therapist.
The clown?
The clown is another one.
Okay, I'll give you a point for the clown.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark, they yell. Not quite what we're going for.
Although it is the loudest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah. Alarm?
Close enough. If you have
background music gets tense, or
yes.
You can have a burglar alarm. Correct.
Both. Yes. So let's go through all of our answers now before we get to question 10.
Okay. Name 3 ways to kill a sim. You guys named them, a bunch of them. Question 2, what 3 cheat codes? So that was Rosebud, Motherlode, and Kaching. Question 3. True or false, in Sims 1 you can get a baby just by making out. It's true. But only with your consent.
My sex ed teacher was right.
Question 4. What are the names of Duck's 2 love interests? That was Rosemary Reno and Inagish Iwi Bip. Question 5. What happens if a teenager rides a horse after dark? They get arrested for being out after curfew. Question 6. Please demonstrate the face of Cinnamon Francis. And we went through all the pets. Please demonstrate the face of Ferdinand Francis. What is the imaginary friend that can only be seen by extremely lonely Sims? That is the social bunny.
We will also accept therapist and clown, because those are true as well.
Question 9. How do you know that there's a robber? Very loud musical sting. So the music gets tense. And question 10. So this is the final question, and it's not really a trivia question. It is simply, this is an invitation to tell us your craziest Sim story.
Yeah, because we just bored y'all with ours. So tell us your crazy Sim story.
So please, Hybrid or anyone else, if you've got a Sims story that you'd like to share, now is the time on the chat. So while you're doing that, I'll just say that next week is going to be Jim Henson. So we're going to cover the Muppets, Sesame Street, things like Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal. That will be quiz 94. I'm hoping Connor will be back for that one. He's in the middle of very long rehearsals for Sweeney Todd.
So my Sims were kids, grew up, and died as teens. How did that happen?
When is SpongeBob? SpongeBob is the last one of September. So 29th of September, I believe.
My wife had to re-download Sims 2 on a new PC we have. She's stuck in the past.
I mean, we went to Sims 3, because Sims 3 is the peak.
I don't know how they died. What are you doing? We are talking about The Sims.
Hi, David.
With hats on.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll cover we'll cover Labyrinth. I might try and do a David Bowie Goblin King costume, but I certainly will do Kermit the Frog.
I've never purposely killed a Sim, not even by drowning. Well, you're either a filthy liar or you have wonderful, wonderful, wonderful self-control.
Lily Allen has a Simlish song. Does she?
A lot of people do.
My new Sims are 89 and 91. Jesus Christ. My Sim woohooed too much and died.
That can happen if they're older.
Oh my god.
Overexertion. You can die, like in 4, they can die from overexertion.
What a way to go.
Including, but not limited to, woohooing the entire town.
My one I've already spoken about. It was when I went full Kevin Spacey and made Sims named after the 7 deadly sins and then tortured them and killed them in appropriate ways. I drowned a lot of them. I set a lot of them on fire by letting them light firecrackers indoors. Basically, Sims is the psychopath simulator game.
It can be. I love Sims 2, but also love the open world feature on Sims 3.
Yeah.
I do too. And
the costume customization.
I also kind of like that you can only play one family, because then you don't have to, like, age everyone up at the same time.
Yeah.
Lock them in a room with no food. I've done
that. One of mine, the Grim Reaper, for some reason, just passed and took their soul. Well, just was like, yoink. That'll save me a trip.
Just like, ooh, what a lovely auntie you have there.
So thank you so much, guys. I'm going to announce, I mean, it was a tough call, but I'm going to announce that Mrs. Chris is the winner. So Mrs. Chris, if Chris hasn't told you, the way we celebrate the winner is if you would like a little piece of art celebrating you in the Sims universe, you can be drawn as a Sim. Liz suggested we all get drawn as like so you get Duck Francis, you'll get Liz, and you'll get yourselves in
as the
Sim family.
Like as the Sims family when you're uploading. I know people who write diaries for their Sims. That doesn't surprise me. Yoink indeed.
So please reach out or get Chris to reach out if you would like that. So thank you so much for joining. We're going to be Men Are Muppets next week.
Really manly Muppets.
Really manly Muppets. Then it will be our fantasy special for Hobbit Day. So we're going to cover Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Witcher, Narnia, Game of Thrones, all that good stuff.
Do you do other video game quizzes?
We did a general video games one, and we've done Undertale.
And I'm trying to get us to do Stardew Valley.
That might come if we do
Monthly.
the monthly format, because we're running out of slots.
Stardew. Those are some really fun costumes, that's all I'm saying.
So, no, I'm up for that. I just... we are running out of slots because obviously we're aiming for 100. This is number 93, so 7 more quizzes to go. At least on the weekly format, because we've been doing this for almost 2 years.
Can you do a Red Dead Redemption 2 one? Someday we might do a Red Dead Redemption, both of them.
Yeah, we did cover Red Dead Redemption, and Connor dressed as Arthur Morgan during the video game quiz. So that was back in January, I think it was.
We could also do an Animal Crossing one, just saying.
That'd be cute. But yeah, so, yeah, there's plenty of opportunities. But basically, we have, after this month, after September, there's only one more month of quizzes left. And they're all kind of spooky themed, apart from the finale, which will just be a big sort of self-congratulatory.
It'll be a victory lap.
Yeah, it'll be a victory lap. And then after that...
Please do Animal Crossing. I'm trying, man.
After that, I'll put it on the list.
Of the monthlies?
Yeah. We'll maybe do video games again.
We'll do a Cozy Gamer one.
Yeah.
We'll do a 2-part Cozy Gamer, and I will be in charge of it.
I
only found your account at the Ted Lasso one. All of them are
available on YouTube.
If you want to play along with past us.
Yeah.
Mostly past him, because...
Yeah, I've been doing this. So basically, we used to have other co-hosts, and then after a year, we changed I changed co-hosts, and then Liz and I started dating in February, so she joined.
Do a Five Nights at Freddy's one.
Oh god, there's so much lore. I don't
you
know.
guys thought The Sims was intense?
I don't know if I could be fucked, to be honest. Maybe.
Listen,
honestly,
go watch Game Theory.
That's not a bad idea, actually, to include that in... I think the consensus is we need to do video games again.
Yeah. We could do a video game month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that when we do the monthly, we're not doing the monthly. We could do like a whole video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to do one a week.
Yeah.
During the monthly format. Because this has been quite an undertaking to never miss... I mean, we've not missed Christmas days, we've not missed Christmas Eves, like New Year's Eve, things like that. We've always hit Sundays. So...
That's enough for another lore for another Sims one, just saying. There really is.
We are running out of slots. So Jim Henson next week, then it's the Fantasy Day special, then it's SpongeBob SquarePants, and then I'll announce October ones, but basically, I can't remember exactly what order, but I think it's going to go Universal Horror Monsters. So we covered, like, Halloween films, like Halloween, Friday the 13th, all that good stuff back in October last year, but we're going to do, like, the Universal Horror Monsters this time.
We can chat about it, Chris, you're right.
And then we're going to do Ghostbusters is going to be one of them. And then it's going to be Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. So we've already done The Simpsons, but we're going to specifically cover Treehouse of Horror. And then after that will be the finale. It'll be the 100. So please join on the 100 especially.
Babe?
We're going to try and get guests on for the 100th one.
You'll get to ask us questions?
Yeah, we're going to do a bunch of different fun rounds. We're going to do who's more likely to. We're going to get you guys to ask us trivia questions. Yeah, it's going to be a great one. So, see you next week, 7 p.m. UK time.
Dag dag!
Dag dag! Yes, it is...